Check your phone right now. How many hours do you think you've used your phone today? Because the average young adult today spends 7 to 9 hours on their phone. 7 to 9 hours. That's a third of your life being glued to the screen. That just proves that in today's world, we have so much stimulation that we never have time to be able to think for ourselves. While you eat, you put on TikTok. You go to the gym, go for a walk, you put on some music. When you drive, you put on another podcast. And before you sleep, you turn on a Netflix show. Because I think boredom is an extremely underrated state to be in. Only when you're bored where you let your mind truly rest and figure out what you truly want for your life, figure out what fulfills your life. If there's always constant stimulation in your life, how can you have any time to think for yourself? How is there even any room left to let the mind rest? And when you think about it, the best ideas that come out of you usually happens when you're in a state of boredom. And in today's age, it is so hard to even stay bored because of all the entertainment that you have around you. If we had TikTok back in the Renaissance, there might not be any statues at all or paintings because people will be so stimulated that they don't have the need to be bored and then do something with the boredom. And also, the part of the reason why in today's world people aren't bored enough is because we're a little bit afraid of ourselves to a certain degree. We're scared that our brains will think of things that are uncomfortable for us. Maybe we're also scared of the potential of the person we can become when we truly let our minds think for himself. So we just distract ourselves with TikTok and Instagram and social media and Netflix to be able to put off those things. And I also want to quote a powerful quote from Blaise Pascal, a French mathematician. All of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to be able to sit in a room alone. I think that is extremely true when it comes to our inability to be able to be bored and to be able to just sit quiet with our own minds because we're scared of our thoughts. And the mind that is constantly entertained rarely has time to think for itself. Because in today's world, I think we are so impatient and we always need something to constantly hook us to be able to even have some kind of attention span. Like if a TikTok video doesn't hit you in the first 2 seconds, you just scroll. And all this abundance of entertainment is what's keeping us away from being creative and falling into this trap of consumption. Because a lot of things in our life are boring. I mean, studying is boring, learning an instrument is boring. The gym gets boring to a certain degree. So if you don't learn how to be bored, you will lose discipline because at some points, a lot of things we do gets repetitive and does get boring. And I always talked about how a lot of people in our world does not know what they truly want in their life. Maybe that's because you're not bored enough. Maybe that's because you're getting stimulated by so many factors that you don't give time for yourself to be bored and be able to find out what you truly want in your life.